Welcome. So this is our second session. So we are discussing dual simplex method. In today's session, in this session we'll see some problems. We'll convert the primal problem into dual problem, and then we will solve this dual problem with the help of simplex method. So let us see one problem. So linear programming problem using dual simplex method. So what is duality problem? So solve the following dual problem by using simplex method. See, this is a problem given, so it is converted. So let us discuss first basic concept. So every linear programming problem always have another problem which is called as duality of primal problem. Duality of primal problem. So for example, so maximization of profit, if it is primal, then minimization of cost is a dual solution, not dual problem. It is also dual problem. If you want to maximize profit, you can maximize its profit by adjusting something. So the second problem is to minimize the cost, then also you will increase its profit. So two problems are there. So first is primal problem is maximization and second problem is minimization. Okay, in same problem we can get. So primal is the original problem. From original problem itself you can derive a dual problem. You can derive dual problem. It is a method to solve LPP, linear programming problem, and to find the optimal solution. We'll see one numerical. We'll see one example. So dual problem also helps primal and to get optimal solution. So let us see one example. Solve the following dual problem by using simplex method. Minimize z equal to 25x1 plus 10x2 subject to constraint x1 plus x2 equal to 50, x1 is greater than 20, x2 is less than 40, x1 x2 greater than 0. The problem is of minimization. So minimization means the constraint should be greater than or equal to. The first and third constraints are not in standard format. So first step is to convert all constraints into standard format. So write given problem, primal problem, into standard format. So write down in standard format. So write down. So x1 plus x2 equal to 50 means greater than or equal to 50, and second equation is x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 50. So it may be greater than or it may be less than 50. We will see later on. Then x1 equal to, it is greater than equal to 20 means x1 plus 0x2 greater than equal to 20. Similarly 0x1 plus x2, so we will multiply it with minus 1 above to change its sign. So this is a minimization. Okay, the objective function is given 25x1 plus 10x2. Then we'll see the dual. Dual of the first problem. We'll see the dual of first problem. What is dual? So maximize 50x1 plus 20x2 plus minus 40x3, and this right hand side becomes objective function in dual, and objective function becomes right hand side in dual. Okay, now this becomes the equation. So x1 plus x2 plus 0x3 Similarly, second column becomes row. Second column becomes row. Here the sign is less than or equal to, less than or equal to. So the first equation is x1 plus x2 plus 0x3 less than or equal to 25. What about second row? So second column becomes second row x1 plus 0x2 plus minus x3 less than or equal to 10. So here column becomes row and row becomes column. Right hand side becomes objective function and objective function becomes right hand side. And the sign is greater than for minimization and for maximization less than or equal to. Okay, so this is a dual of primal problem. So cross check. So this right hand side becomes the objective function becomes the right hand side column. This column rows becomes column here. Column becomes row. The second column becomes second row. So this is a dual of given problem. Now let us solve this problem with the help of simplex method. So here if you consider, write down the second dual, and now this Cj is a coefficient of objective function, and the basic variables are given. So the slack variables are added. Slack variables are added to equate this 25 and 10. The value of slack variables are written as a 0. The coefficient of slack variables are 0. So you can write in that maximize equation S1 plus S2. S1 plus S2. Before that, we'll write in a standard format. So subject to constraint x1 plus x2 plus 0x3 plus is equal to 25 means you have to add S1 value. So S1 should be S1. So coefficient its value it is some value. So similarly that's why it is equal to 25. Similarly x1 plus 0x2 minus x3 plus s2 equal to 10. So maximize z equal to 50 x1 plus 20 x2 minus 40 x3 plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2. In this way you can write. Now you write this in that table. Write down is in table. Now you write down the objective function at the topmost Cj, then basic variables. Here you write down basic variable s1 s2 and its coefficient in objective function are zeros. So you write down the x1, so a coefficient of x1 x2 x3. So x1 coefficient, x2 coefficient, s3 coefficients in first and second row. So here in simplex table 1 you consider dual problem, not a original or primal problem. So write down the coefficients, and so in first row there is a s1 value is there, in second row there is a s2 value. So this is 50, 20, minus 40, 0 and 0. These are coefficient of objective function written for x1, x2, x3, s1, s2. Similarly in first row the s1 value, so here s1 value and s2 values are 0 in maximize equation objective function. Now you write down coefficient of first row 1, 1, 0, x1 is 1 and s2 is 0. For second x1 is 1, 0, minus 1, 0 and 1. The solution is given 25 and 10. Now you find out z. Now you find out zj. So as usual you solve this problem by simplex method. Zj equal to, so 0 into 1, 0 into 1, you will get 0. So in this dual problem, so always, so first Zj, in first iteration or first step, it is always 0. So everywhere it is coming 0. As S1 and S2 values are 0. S1 and S2 values are 0. So you will get 0 values in all Zj values in all columns. So 0, 0, 0, 0. You can cross check. Now find out Cj minus Zj. Cj minus Zj. Cj minus Zj. 50 minus 20. 20 minus 0. So 50 minus 0. 50. 20 minus 0. 20. Minus 40 minus 0. Minus 40. Then 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0. We will get here. Now you check for its optimality test. Optimality. So the column should be, so it is a maximized equation. So all Cj minus Zj should be less than or equal to 0. Means either it should be minus or 0. But you can see there 50 and 20 positive values are there. So select positive maximum value, maximum positive value as a key column, and that variable as an entering variable. So here you can see the value 50 as a maximum value. So 50, that column is a key column. This column is a key column, and the entering variable is x1. Entering variable is x1, and this column as a key column. So you write down the ratio. So 25 divided by 1, then 10 divided by 1, 10. So the minimum value of that ratio, so that is a living variable, that is also key row. So you mark key row and key column. The intersection becomes key element. Intersection 1 becomes key element. So this is a key element. You mark key, this is a S2 will be the living variable, and x1 is the entering variable. So you just note down the key row elements. Key row elements. So in next session, so we should prepare one more table. As it is not optimal, you prepare one more table. Keep Cj, that is coefficient of objective function, the same thing, but x1, so S2 will be replaced with x1, and this 1 becomes 1. So the key element should be 1 in next table. So S1 keep as it is. Instead of x2, write down x1. Instead of x2, write down x1. So x1 is the entering variable. So coefficient of x1 is 50. Now here the elements, as there is 1, so 1 is required. So keep row as it is. Keep row as it is. So there is no division required. Why? The key element should be 1 in next table. So it is 1. So need not to take any. So what about remaining variables? So the S1 is 1. So it should become 0. So what is the value? How to calculate? Old value minus, okay, minus key column, okay, and it is a corresponding key row value divided by key element. So here 1 minus corresponding key column value is a 1 on 1 itself, 1 itself. Then minus corresponding key row value. Corresponding key row value is 1 divided by 1. So 1 minus 1 you will get 0. 1 minus 1 you will get 1. Similarly for second, key value, old value is 1 minus corresponding key column value. Corresponding key column value is 0 divided by key row value 1. So 0 divided by 1. 1 minus 0 is 1 value. Similarly, third 4th, 5th, 6th. In this way you can write down the values. You calculate all these values and put there. 0, 1, 1, 1, and here you can neglect this S2 as S2 is removed. S2 is leaving, so you need not to consider S2 column actually. I have written here, but in next step you can neglect this S2 as it is a living variable, as it is a anyhow. So S2 becomes -1. Okay. Now you need not to remove S2 as it is not artificial variable. So now calculate if artificial variables you required to remove. Sorry. Now calculate Z values. So Z value is 0 into 0 plus 50 into 1. So first ZJ is 50 value. Then 1 into 0. Okay. So next is, so you find out all Z values and ZJ minus CZ values. You calculate all Z values and CJ minus ZJ values. So what you found? So the final is, you can see here, if you find out Z values, so then CJ minus ZJ values. So CJ minus ZJ values, in first column you got the value 0, x2 value 0, x3 value -10, s1 -20, s2 -30. So what is the condition of optimality? So CJ minus ZJ should be less than or equal to 0. So this row CJ ZJ satisfies the condition of optimality. This final row satisfies the condition of optimality. That's why we got the optimal solution. So there is no further iteration is required. The desired, the obtained solution is now optimal. It is an optimal solution. Now you can finalize the values as x1 is there. So x1, in front of x1 there is a 10 value, x2 is 15 value, and zj is 800. Zj is 800 value. Okay. Now x1 equal to x2 equal to x1 equal to 10, x2 equal to 15, and zj equal to 800. You can cross check these values. You put this in maximize equation, you put these values and cross check its solution. So you put this x1